When we first meet ratios, we think of them in some sense as two quantities with a line between them. So for example, in the last video we met the ratios 4 boys for every 3 girls, 25 TVs for every 2 hours, $20 for every 3 shirts. But from this perspective, ratios are very inconvenient to do arithmetic to. At this point, we want to shift our perspective and regard our ratio as just a fraction and put the unit on the end like we would in a normal number. So instead of saying 4 boys for every 3 girls, we'd like to say 4/3 of a boy for every girl. Now that's a little bit of an abstraction, right? Because we aren't actually cutting boys into thirds here. But regarding this as just a single number, 4/3, is going to be helpful to us computationally. Similarly, instead of 25 TVs for every 2 hours, we want to say 25 halves of a TV per hour. Again, we aren't actually making half TVs, but this is going to be easier computationally. And instead of $20 for every 3 shirts, we'll say 20/3 of a dollar per shirt. Now this is a little bit closer to reality, right? If we just buy one shirt, they're going to charge us some amount of money. But we can't really pay thirds of a dollar. So again, we aren't really splitting dollars into thirds either. These numbers are called the unit ratios corresponding to these ratios. Now, again, this is a little bit abstract. We don't actually have 4/3 of a boy. It helps it to feel a little bit less abstract if we don't express our numbers in this way. Typically, when we're writing a unit ratio, we will often want to express the numbers as mixed numbers or decimals. So instead of 4/3 of a boy for every girl, let's see, 4/3, oh well, we can do that easily. That's 1 1/3 of a boy for every girl. And that's still a little bit weird, but it means we have 1 boy for every girl, and then a bit more than that. Instead of 25 over 2 TVs per hour, let's see, 25 over 2, 12.5 TVs per hour. 20/3 of a dollar per shirt. Okay. Well, remember this is money, so we want to round it to the nearest hundredth, right? The nearest penny. That's about $6.67 per shirt. If I were just reporting this, I would report it rounded. But if I was going to do more computation, I would compute with the fraction. Just because if I did more computations with this rounded value, the fact that I rounded up would throw me off in the end.